in one lane from entry point. For example, typically roundabout, depending on the ADT. If ADT is less, traffic volume is less, single lane from which approach. Depending on the ADT, if ADT is increasing, we can have 2 lanes. Usually, not more than 2 lanes are recommended for the roundabout. Maximum 2 lanes, but in some special circumstances, more than 2 lanes from which approach can also be permitted. And then we have geometry forces. This is very important. The roundabout geometry should be such that the driver does not go at the same speed. For example, he is coming at 90 km per hour and then leave at 90 km per hour. So the geometry restraint should be such that the driver are forced to slow down. Because if they are not slowing down, not all drivers are like forgiving. They are just by their nature they will yield to the other driver. But if the geometry is restrained, geometry is such that the driver has to slow down, they have to slow down. Okay. Now, another typical schematic, again, the entry points, the exit points. The most important here is this circulating diameter, circulating roadway. This one, I'm talking about this one. This circulatory roadway. This is called circulatory roadway. The diameter of this circulatory roadway is called inscribed circle diameter. Inscribed circle diameter. And then we have provision for the pedestrian crossing as well, especially if the pedestrian volume is more. Then landscape buffer and for signalization we have splitter island. This is important, these two. The entrance radius and the exit radius. These are also very important. Similarly, we have accessible pedestrian crossing. You can see all the details here. Now, how the roundabout is different from the traffic circle? There is one term which is called traffic circle, other is roundabout. Usually, you will never see a stop sign at the entry of the roundabout. You will see, in most of the cases, not all cases, you will see the stop sign at the traffic circle. Another difference is, I mentioned before, the geometry of the roundabout, it will enforce speed restraint. But for the traffic circle, usually the driver does not have to reduce the speed much. Why? Because of the geometry. And circulating vehicles have the right of way for the roundabout. While for the traffic circle, in some cases, the vehicle entering has the right of way. This explanation I already explained before, that stop sign is usually installed for the traffic circle, most of the cases. Why? For the roundabout, you will see yield sign, not the stop sign. Or sometimes in this case, stop signal as well for the traffic circle. Now, these are few good and bad examples for roundabouts. I mentioned before, this one, for example, good example. Why good example? Because the geometry is such that the driver entering the roundabout, they have to slow down. They have to use particular to the circulating area. While for this one, you see, I don't need to just slow down. I can directly go. Almost no curvature. Another good and bad example. Now, let me, why we think, for example, this one is a good design and this one is a bad design. Here, it can accommodate different type of vehicle. We don't design the roundabout for just cars and light vehicles. The vehicle path for the heavy vehicle, it should be accommodated. While for this case, you see, the track is basically mounted on the central island. So, what is the issue here? The issue here is that the diameter, the radius of circulating path is not enough to accommodate the heavy vehicle. So, we must take care of this. Again, there is a trade-off. If we make it like the radius very flat, it will not serve the purpose of reducing the speed. But at the same time, if we make it very narrow, this problem will happen.
So, Dr. we can say that the civilization was designed randomly without analysis of engineers in that part?
I will not say it was designed randomly. They did not consider a particular different type of vehicle. So maybe for the car it is good. For some other vehicle it is good. We need to, the road will be used by entire stream of traffic, not just cars or vehicles and all those. So we need to consider the heavy vehicles. This is my point. The circulating part, the turning radius is, they should be enough to accommodate the heavy vehicles. For example, one of the best example is how it was now while coming in the morning. Do you think these roundabouts they can accommodate trucks and heavy vehicles? No. This is the example.
Sure.
Because these are primarily designed for faculty in the student who have small cars. So I'm sure they cannot accommodate the trucks and the heavy vehicles.
So we can say that the roundabouts should serve our purpose for reducing speeds and meet with the standards of designing roundabouts.
Yes,
This is what we call the roundabout.
yes, and it should accommodate entire stream of traffic. Not just designed for the car, or not just, for example, designed for specific vehicles. Now, roundabout categories. Now, this slide is very important. Now, categorization based on what? Categorization, for example, we have three main types of roundabout. One is many roundabout, the second one is single lane roundabout, the third one is multi-lane roundabout. I will see very quickly. Desired the entry speed for the many roundabout is between 15 to 20 kilometers. And mine is given 15 to 20 miles per hour, and the bracket kilometers per hour is given. While for the single lane roundabout, slightly increased, 20 to 25 miles per hour. For three multi-lane roundabout, it further increased from 25 to 30 miles per hour. Now, maximum number of entry lane 1, and then 2 for the multi-lane. Typical inscribed circle diameter. I show you the inscribed circle diameter. The diameter of the circulating roadway. The diameter of not the central island. One is central island and other is circulating roadway. So one is this central island. I'm not talking about this. And this is circulating roadway. So this diameter. So the diameter of inscribed circle diameter. Yes. So you see the for many roundabout it is between 13 to 27 meter. For single lane roundabout it is between 27 to 55 meter. While for the multi-lane roundabout it is from 46 to 91 meters. Most importantly, apart from speed is one important metric to assess. Like for example, we want to assess the efficiency of transportation facility. There are different matrices. One of the important metrics is speed, for example. Other is, for example, its capacity. The volume carrying capacity. For example, how much vehicle per hour or per day it can go to the intersection or roundabout. So, based on this, again classification, if the ADT traffic volume is 15,000 or less, we will go with the main roundabout. If the traffic is 25,000, 15 to 25,000, we will go with the single lane roundabout. While if the traffic is 35 to 45 or more, we go with the multi-lane roundabout. But here, I would like to bring your attention that roundabout, actually they have some purpose. Dr. Abdulrahman, you speak in Arabic, we could understand what you were saying that we need to improve the safety as well as the operational efficiency. We need to improve the efficiency. Safety, he mentioned how the conflict point and the typical signalized intersection and the roundabout they are reduced to how safety will increase. But the issue is if the ADT is very traffic volume is too much high, very high volume, then we will have a long queue from each approach. So we don't want this. There is some limit. If the ADT exceeds this number, then you will go with the signalized intersection. There is no other option. Roundabout will work only under medium to moderate traffic volumes. Medium to moderate traffic volume. If the traffic volume is too high, one should go with the signalized intersection. Because, as I mentioned, there is no stop sign for the roundabout, only yield sign. So we don't want you building up for 100 meters, 200 meters from each approach. There will be a total just place. And I missed something. Central island treatment. And the mini roundabout, it is fully reversible. The central island, the driver in emergency, they can reverse. They can use this in emergency. While for the single lane roundabout, it is maybe reversible. Like partially, some of the vehicle they can reverse. For example, heavy vehicle, they get amount on this while others don't. But for the multi-lane roundabout, we usually keep it non-reversible. Now, these are the same thing but with real life examples. I already explained this. This is a mini roundabout, a real life example, mini roundabout. See, the inside is fully reversible. Fully reversible. This one is basically the single lane roundabout. And between this area, this is called apron. This is called the apron. So this area, it may be used in emergency, especially by the heavy vehicle. This detail I already explained before. Now, this is the one taken. This is one of the roundabout in the Nasa region. It is multi-lane roundabout. As you can see, right? You see from this side, almost 4 lanes. Depending on the traffic volume, like how we decide 4 lanes from one side, how we decide 3 lanes from one side, and how we decide 2 lanes from the other. Depending on the traffic volume to decide. So this is one good example. One of the roundabouts is about because of this. A lot of accidents happen in this area. I'm sure the police guys who are working there, they are very well aware. Now planning is important.
In from the consideration, some back to the question that we about the important factors in workshops. A few can,
This is just, there is someone, we can understand and very fastly, but we cannot speak.
Yeah.
So, but there's a good point. Maybe
Yeah.
some of the audience are not,
No,
some of
no,
them.
no, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, we are here and we have some people here who can do the translation for us as well.
Yeah.
No issue. Even during the session, throughout the session, after the session, something is not there. Before I start, I mentioned, the more question you ask, it is good. Like we want to take away something from this workshop. Like we don't just want to make this a typical workshop, 3D workshop. You come and listen and we are speaking. So inshallah, we try to do it. Thank you. Now planning for the roundabout. Now when you say planning for the roundabout, we mean the number of lanes to be provided. The number of lanes to be provided on each side. Now there are basically 2 criteria. One basically on traffic volume, as I mentioned before. You see these are 3 regions. Until this time, the traffic volume is around 17,000, 15 to 17,000. Single lane roundabout likely to operate acceptably. Above this, between this region, single lane roundabout may be sufficient, but we need to do more analysis whether it is okay or not. And then this is second region. From this 17,000 to almost 32,000, okay? And then there is a third region where you should provide the multi-lane roundabout. Another thing is on the y-axis it is ADT, traffic volume, but on the x-axis we have left turn track percentage. Now you see, if the left turn track percentage is increasing, the ADT carrying capacity is decreasing. Why it is so? For example, vehicle coming from this direction, they want to make a left turn, okay? They want to go in this direction. So what they have to do? They have to follow almost half of the circle. Almost half of the circle. They have to follow that direction. So if the percentage of left turning traffic from each approach, it is increasing, it's slightly decreasing the ADT, the volume carrying capacity of the roundabout. So number of lanes, how many number of lanes should we provide? Basically dictated by volume carrying capacity as well as the percentage of left turning traffic. Percentage of left turning traffic. Left turning traffic is decreasing. You see the trajectory of the curve, they are decreasing. Okay. And then the most important is deciding a number of lanes for the roundabout is the ratio of the sum of, so not the ratio. The sum of volume entering the roundabout, which is DE. Talking about this one. The volume entering the roundabout as well as the VC. VC is the circulating volume, and V is the entering volume. So the sum of this, if it is from 0 to 1,000, usually single lane roundabout. are likely to be okay. If it is between 1000 to 1300, two lane entry may be needed. However, single lane may be sufficient as well. If it is above 1800, then we will go for Then we will go for the multi-lane roundabout. This one is very important. So, planning for the roundabout, deciding about the number of lanes, two main criteria: AET, traffic volumes, okay, percentage of lane traffic. You saw the graph in the previous slide. And this one is the entry volume and the circulating volume. So, if the sum of this is in these ranges, these are the guidelines. Clear? Now, again, the same thing but in numbers now. For example, if I say, what is the number of vehicle entry from here? This one, entry from here, 534. What are the circulating volume? 224. Similarly, from this direction, the entry volume from this direction is 317 and the circulating volume is 534. So now you sum them. If it is less than 1000, go with the second. Okay, if it is from 1000 to 1300, go with the second option. Now, question arises here, for example. Now, in this case, I think all of them, if you do it, all of them less than 1000. But in some scenario, maybe one is 950, for example. The sum of entry and circulating volume is, for example, from this side, from the bottom side. From the bottom side, maybe it is 950. From the other side, maybe, for example, 1200. Now, what to do in this case? Can you provide different number of lanes and different approaches? Yes. I showed you the example on the Al-Hasa, where we have 4 lanes from one side and 2 lanes from other side. So these are not just given by decided randomly. Why 2 lanes from one direction? Why 2? So usually we prefer to have same number of lanes if there is no big difference for the roundabout from all direction. But if there is significant difference, we can go for different number of lanes from each side.
So, Doctor, the two charts, the chart and the table you provide, the last,
Yes.
you are doing the same approach to determine the number of lanes and 3 lanes?
No, approaches are different. That one is based on ADT, and so we can either decide based on this one, or we can either decide based on the conflicting and the entry volume.
If you have this one, you will do the first one, or if you have the volumes for
We
the 3 and
can
circulating?
go with anyone, but this one is typically, which one is followed? Typically this one is followed.
Ah, okay.
Reduction in delays. Like if we have here, the comparison is with signalized intersection. A signalized intersection with 10% left turn, and then roundabout with 10% left turn. Okay? So signalized intersection with 10% left turn is blue one, and roundabout with 10% left turn. You see with same ADT, same traffic volume, the delay, reduction in delay is bigger per second. Similarly, if we consider the same scenario with 50% left turning volume, 50%, again, the one in the red for the signalized intersection and the one for the green for the roundabout. But as I mentioned, that roundabout will work well, especially for the operation analysis. If the traffic volume, there is some K. If the traffic volume ADT is beyond that, there is no way. You have to provide a signal. Now, why do you think the roundabout they have the less delay and the traffic signal? Very, very obvious. Sometimes you have to, just for 3 minutes, when we are time here, just for 3 minutes you have to just wait. There is no traffic from the other side, or very light traffic from the other side. You are just sitting and idle. This is delay. But for the roundabout, you just have to leave, okay? Whenever you see again, you just merge it there. You don't have to wait idly, like to pass intersection. So this comparison clearly shows that roundabout is a winner in terms of that delay. Now, cost to benefit analysis. Actually, for the cost for the roundabout include what? cost, initial construction cost, okay, and then maintenance cost, okay, operational, for example, if there is lead time and other, all those roadside development, so their maintenance cost, their upgradation cost, while the benefits achieved in terms of safety. Like safety can be what? Safety can be, for example, reduction in total number of crashes, reduction in fatal crashes, those including car, or for example engines. Okay, and then they convert this to, but these are in monetary value. These are in, for example, the Saudi riyal or dollar, the construction cost of maintenance cost. But safety, we need to convert this into equivalent monetary value. For example, if there is one reduction in fatality, what is the equivalent monetary value? It is being estimated for the US authorities in Saudi. They are also working the Traffic Safety Center. 2-3 years ago, we visited them. Maybe someone is from there as well. So, for example, one fatality reduction, the US they are saying is $4.2 million. For one incapacitating injury reduction, if we reduce it by 1, this is the equivalent cost. And then similarly, for other injury classes, but mostly we are concerned with the fatality, fatal injury crashes, and severe injury crashes. You see the reduction, we convert them into equivalent monetary value, cost value, and then we can compare with the cost, actual cost. Reduction in delay, as I mentioned before, for signalized intersection, you have to wait, idling, okay, sometime for no reason. There is no traffic, but the signal time, it is pre-time. You have to wait for no reason. And then fuel consumption, very important. If you are idling, okay, you cannot turn off your car. So there is some excessive delay, there is fuel consumption, more fuel consumption. So all these are basically, if you go with a roundabout, less delay, less fuel consumption, less go and stop, less acceleration, deceleration. Because if you drive at uniform speed, fuel consumption is less. But if you go stop, go, or you are sitting, this will basically increase your fuel consumption. So fuel consumption, reduction in delay, safety, these all are converted to the equivalent monetary values, like reals or dollars. And then they are compared with the construction cost and maintenance cost, and then we find the benefit cost ratio. The total number of benefits, usually it should be more than 1, okay? And if it is not more than 1, then it does not make sense, the design is not good. So if the expected benefit and the achieved benefits are greater than the cost incurred, including the construction cost and regular maintenance cost, then you are okay. Otherwise, no. From now on, for most of the session, yes, go ahead.
So we have seen